Go.
Good morning and welcome to episode 1, 4, 5, 2 of Down to Dunk. You can find us on The Athletic and anywhere else you subscribe to your podcast. Go to theathletic.com/down-to-dunk and get The Athletic for $1 a month for 6 months. I am Luke, joined this morning by Andrew.
Slam throw.
Taylor.
Who let the frogs out?
Rabbit.
Speaking of frogs, we have new playoff tees on our Shopify page. So go to Twitter, go to the link. Playoff tees have been released. Big Dogs t-shirt, and there's a Howl at the Moon t-shirt. That's what I've been calling it. L-Man, is that okay?
That's fine with me.
Okay.
And Jay.
It's Jay.
Yeah, we got new shirts out, and they are beautiful. I need to put them on your body.
They are. So I want to give 2 significant shout outs, right? Number 1, Dusty. True Dust.
Dusty Gilpin.
AKA
Dusty
Yes.
Gilpin. He designed both of them. And if you have been a Thunder fan for 15 years, then you remember the Tree and Leaf Daily Thunder combos. Dusty Gilpin.
Yep.
So it's just a continuation of this incredible legacy. He's the man. He's awesome. And then the second shout out, my man, the L-Man.
My man. The L-Man.
When he had a vision,
King.
he put it into action. And guess what we got is the coolest playoff shirts.
That's right.
But they're not even playoff specific. Like you can wear this shirt indefinitely.
I think they're gonna be forever shirts. They're gonna look great on your body. They're they're 2 very different styles. It's not like we released 2 and they're like 2 different colors of the exact same thing. They're not like, oh, they look exactly the same. These are 2 shirts that are vastly different in shirt design. I think you're gonna like both. I want to see which one sells more. I have an idea.
I think I have a very good idea.
Which one do you think?
I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
The one with the
I
dogs
have,
on it.
I have the facts.
The beige one.
Yeah, you're definitely right. But they're both very good, and both go check them out. And the other person that we should also give a pre shout out to is Taylor, who's going to be printing and shipping them.
Yeah, I was going to shout him out when they were printed and
That's
sent.
a pre shout out.
Yeah,
It's premature.
I love a pre.
But and it's an exciting time
It is exciting
to be a Thunder fan, except for the fact that they are 6-4 in their last 10, and Shea has been sitting for really. I mean, he played that next game and then has been out against Philly, and then was out against Boston, and as of right now is listed as out for the Pacers game tonight. And so
sit him.
They're just making sure that King is ready for P-offs.
That's right. Hey, I had a new idea for if there's another thing on the, you know how it picks up our hand signals? Can I test one out?
Oh.
Nothing.
From Star Trek? Okay. I thought nerds, nerds are doing this.
Jay, scoot in a little bit if you can.
yeah, I mean, I got you.
Yeah, so the Thunder sit right now, 3rd in the West, 52-24. Half game behind the Nuggets, actually.
But tied in the loss column
Tied in the loss column.
till
So-
tonight.
You definitely, so if you want this scenario to work out for the Thunder, to have some kind of path that is a little bit easier to the West Finals, you need the Nuggets to be in first. You need the Nuggets to be in first
They
place.
lost last night.
So
Yeah, so we have 1 week roughly, 1 week and a few days left in the season.
yeah,
What are you pulling for over the next 9 days? Nuggets in first.
Nuggets in first for sure.
Then who at 3 you're going to play
You play the 6.
6, which
So-
right now would be Phoenix.
Phoenix or
Pelicans.
New Orleans or Sacramento would all be acceptable. So, and I guess the Lakers really have time to get there. They're only a game and a half back of the 6, which is kind of crazy to think about. But
That is crazy, and they'll probably
I mean, they're going to do whatever they can to make a push here at the end, and they have AD and LeBron, so they could do it.
They play Cleveland, Minnesota, Golden State, Memphis, and New Orleans.
Mid-level sketch to finish out the season there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's tough. That's a really tough schedule. So I don't know. It could be. I think we could hope for New Orleans at 6, or even Phoenix at 6 would be fine. But you just don't know what the West is going to look like.
Yeah. Has this Phoenix experience? I know Brad Beal has been like hurt a lot this season, but do you guys see him differently after this season?
He's been really bad. I don't think he was that great in Washington. It's just that no one was really watching him.
Right.
But
he was always in that conversation of like, wasn't he was always at least considered a top 25 guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I don't see him that way now.
He's definitely not that now. And that's what happens to third guys anyways.
Yeah.
In like every big 3 situation is like the third guy is always the one that gets overlooked. They have to sacrifice the most. He's just not your typical third guy because he doesn't contribute much of anything else outside of scoring. And so, he's 17 points per game this season. That's the least amount since the 15-16 season for him. Last year, it's not like he's that different of a player. He just is shooting less. He was 17 shots per game last year, down to 13 this year. But yeah,
Jay, what are you riding?
I'm talking to my son. Thank you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
it's the worst thing about it is not even his play; it's his contract. So he can't. He has to approve trades for the next 3 years after this one. $50 million next year.
Yikes.
53 and 25-26. And then he has a player option
Oh, man.
in 26-27 for $57 million.
That is a good thing about being a good player on a bad team your entire career is you are very overvalued.
Yeah.
And you're going to make some money.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's a good thing that he doesn't play with someone who like asks out and wants to be traded from teams when they get bad, or if he has any problem with them.
That's definitely happening, right?
When we played them last, when we just beat them, felt like I was like, Katie's gonna want out of here.
Yeah,
like this is not going to work out for much longer. It felt like to me, based on all of his past.
Well, and it's getting down to the end of KD's career here, so I don't think he's going to want to waste his last years trying to figure out, what's going to go on with this team. Because what do they even have room or cap space to make this team better? The Suns?
Dude, they have 3 guys making $50 million.
So no.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's literally it. You're basically in the tax.
Yeah.
That sucks.
So he's going to leave.
Yeah.
Yep. And then
he has 2 years after this. Kevin does.
Yeah, that doesn't matter to him.
51 next year, 54 the next. So,
I just mean wherever his contract, whoever has his contract, it does not matter to KD.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're like,
no,
well, you can just move me.
If only there was a team that had a ton of assets to trade.
Huh. And a bunch
and
of
a lot
space.
And a lot of money.
A lot of money, a lot of cap room.
Huh. Well, only time will tell.
There aren't a ton of teams that could trade for him.
I always thought he'd play for
The Warriors.
The Warriors could do it if they
God.
if the Suns wanted to punt KD for Wiggins, Klay Thompson, and assets or whatever.
Yeah, Clay's expiring though.
Yep.
Yeah, they'd have to re-sign him, is what I was saying.
Yeah.
What I was thinking.
But Dre. But why would you do that?
Well,
They're
the
not gonna-
Suns.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Suns clearly don't have a plan other than just like spend way too much money on a mediocre team.
Yeah, I mean they really swung for the fences when they traded for Kevin. and then they traded for Brad.
Mm-hmm.
The Beal
Like they'd have
trade
been
is
better
where they-
shape to not trade for Bradley Beal
Definitely.
because
So-
now he has a no trade clause too.
That's the.
Because then there's no flex.
horrible.
Yeah, there's no flexibility.
No flexibility.
Yeah, it's,
And they can't even. So that's what I was listening to somebody, and they're talking about like just to sign their two best role players, which is when these two guys are your two best role players, Grayson Allen and is it Malik Beasley is the other one, or is it no? It's Royce O'Neal.
mhm.
You're like they're already past every apron created to punish teams, which means
Yep.
your flexibility is nothing.
Yeah, and for a team that is probably not going to the conference finals, you know.
Not if we have anything to do with it.
They showed they showed on the last night when the Nuggets were playing the Lakers. It was like, oh, a potential preview of the Western Finals, and I was like,
The Clippers.
yeah, and I was like, so I think you're forgetting about something.
Well, Perk yesterday they gave, which this is not anything of worth really, but who are his top 5 contenders, and he had the Wolves, the Clippers, the Nuggets, the Celtics, and maybe
Bucks or something.
the Bucks.
Really?
Yeah,
So we're being poo-pooed.
yeah, of course.
Of
So we're
course, we're
being
being
poo-pooed.
poo-pooed.
Yeah, I'm not sure that there's really anybody.
So we're sneaking up and doing damage.
Oh, this whole season has been sneaking up and doing damage.
Finally.
It's
Mhm.
and it's maybe proven to be right, but it's the whole narrative about they're too young. They're too young. They're too young.
Mhm.
We'll just see. Like we don't know. We don't know what it's going to look like. Everything about this playoff is really, I mean, easy money in the
Yeah.
sense of we will have expectations because we just will because we love the team and we think they can be successful. But there's very little expectations from
Yeah.
the league.
Yeah, I think that's right.
You don't want to lose in the first round. Like that's a bad look, obviously. But I don't know. Like if you lose in the second round, you get a good first round win. But what Andrew has been talking about for quite a while now is there's not an easy,
Oh yeah.
there's not one, like look at the Mavericks. The Mavericks are going to be the 5 seed. So the 4 or 5 is going to be the Clippers Mavericks more than likely.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of 2 teams that people have been thinking for most of the season are favorites or could be favorites
Yep.
are going to go home after the first round.
God, I
Oh,
can
yeah.
see the Mavs beating the Clippers in that first round too.
I mean, definitely.
Well, think about this. One of these 4 teams, the Lakers, the Warriors, the Kings, or the Suns. Sorry, no. The Pelican, that's all, who knows. But
Yeah.
one of these 4 teams, the Pelicans, Kings, Warriors, or Lakers, is going to play one game and then go home.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
4 of those teams trying to be successful and trying to make a run.
2 aren't going to the playoffs.
Yeah. Well, it could be Phoenix in that playing round too.
Like out, so and that's what's kind of a fun experiment for me. If you look at the top 10 in the West, who would you be the most surprised outside of Denver that if they lost in the first round?
The most surprising if they lost in the first
Yeah.
round.
Hmm.
I mean,
Outside of Denver.
maybe Dallas at this point.
Dude, that's so I was gonna say Dallas too.
Dallas has just been on a heater, so it's probably them.
They just have, I talked about it before, but they just have like playoff guys that perform
Mhm.
in the playoffs.
Well, like Minnesota, they've been really, really good.
Yeah.
But would anybody be surprised if their crunch time issues got them out in round 1 to the Lakers?
Right.
No.
Exactly.
I don't
Yeah.
think anybody would
No.
be surprised by that. So,
Well, and I'll tell you what else is happening in Minnesota is this little run after Cat's injury is making it to where they're like, oh, wait, let's move him this summer.
They're
gonna,
moving them.
They're going to have to. Just financially, they're going to have to. But it does make it like, oh, we're still number 1 in the West.
Well, and it's the basketball is a little, I mean, it's pretty good looking basketball.
Yeah.
Giving Ant more opportunity to be the guy. Not that he wasn't really before that, but
yeah, and you can make a trade that also gives you back some things that make sense. I know the Knicks,
like Brad Beal.
not like Brad Bill, but the Brad Blau.
Blah blah blah
blah,
The, uh,
blah.
I know the Knicks
Juan.
have talked about a lot about trading for Cat. So
That's Cap.
I don't know what that could look like. I mean, they could, if they kept Bojan Bogdanovich's contract, that would be pretty valuable. But Cat makes a ton of money. I don't know if you're the Knicks if you really would want to do that. Yeah, I don't know.
Cat, OG, Jalen Brunson, Dante, Hart. I mean, are you willing to part with? I mean, Randall's not. No, I mean, not trying to pile on a guy while he's already down, but having a shoulder surgery and being able to failing to rehab it in the season, I'm like, gosh, that doesn't make you excited to take on his contract.
Mm-mm.
I just don't think that would work with what the Wolves are doing anyway. You still have Gobert. So you still need to, I don't know, trade him for like super role players or something, around.
And what's the value of Cat? That's the thing. Is like,
Yeah,
do the Heat want him for, Tyler Hero or like whatever peripheral guy? I mean, I don't know. Like, I'm trying to think of other teams that might be a fit for him, and it's maybe the Pistons. Send him to the Pistons.
yeah. You could just throw him into the Pistons cap space and just give back a pick. My favorite trade is they just trade Jaden Ivey straight up for Cat.
I mean, that would kind of make sense.
Because I mean, the Wolves need more guards.
Yeah.
And they have no spending power this summer at all. And they're going to lose players.
Oh, well, then that works.
Like, they'll be in the tax already.
Did you tell the Wolves this yet?
I haven't told them.
You might.
Did you get in trouble for all of the Wolves hate?
I didn't pay attention to any of it.
Good for
That a
you.
boy, that a boy.
I just don't
Well, let
care.
me-
That's an
tell you
enemy.
about
We
it.
don't need to talk to
I
them.
just don't care.
Well, let me tell you about it. They're unhappy.
And let me tell you about it. Hey, you know what I am happy about is Fred Katz wrote a piece about Lou Dort.
I did see that.
On The Athletic. And it was really, really good. I would recommend that you guys go check it out. Go to theathletic.com/down-to-dunk. And you can get The Athletic for a discounted rate. I won't give away all of it, but he talks about how Lou has in his notes app a profile for every single like great scorer in the league and has just like extensive notes on every single player
Wow.
that he like updates throughout the season. So like the anecdote from the story is that when De'Aaron Fox became a great shooter, he had to like go into his notes and update. Here's how, one more way I have to guard.
He got
De'Aaron
better at
Fox.
shooting.
Oh, okay. So it's notes for him when he's defending them.
What else would it be?
Him trying to learn how to be a great scorer. That's literally what I thought you were saying. Like he's studying who are the greatest scorers in the league.
Lou is on his way to becoming the greatest scorer of all time.
That is what I thought you were saying. I was like, that's very interesting. I don't hate it because it's good to, believe in yourself.
I'm glad he has confidence.
Right,
but
right.
I don't know about no. It's about how to defend them. And so it's really good.
So can I don't want to move on from this moment.
Yeah, we shouldn't.
Who do you think, based on how Lou has played, who do you think he has studied offensively the most to be who he is offensively? Like if you were thinking that line of thought that he was studying guys to try to like, oh, I'm going to take on this guy's ability to stretch the floor or this guy's ability to attack the basket based on Lou's performance.
Oh, okay.
Who did he study the most?
Kevin Durant.
Yeah.
It's without a doubt Russell Westbrook. To just watch the chaos that happens when
yeah.
the ball's in his
Yeah,
hands.
that's
That's
true.
it. There
Like
it is.
we've got to see it a few times over the last week, and it's like, oh, there's Russ right there, and Russell's his favorite player.
Yeah, makes sense. Checks out.
Yeah, but
It's I appreciate that there's a version of an NBA player that's kind of nerdy about their job.
oh yeah,
Like I'm gonna start a notes app, get my Excel sheet out and talk about all the different how
Yeah.
to guard
You
everything.
want to talk about why he is beloved by Mark? Like,
yeah.
yeah.
Mark talks in the piece, and so does Shay, and it's very much worth reading. There's a lot of good.
why is
anecdotes
Fred
in there.
covering Thunder stuff, man?
Just wanted to.
I bet he
wrestle
talked to them
about
while they were
Dort.
in New York.
Yep,
Makes sense.
talked to
Makes
them in New York.
sense.
Yep.
I think though that like what you're talking about, Luke, I think all the best players, the ones that we really respect as the best players, I think they're all kind of nerdy like that. And they really care about that and break everything down and probably have all these systems.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I think so. I think the
some are,
mid-level
some are
guys
not.
are not.
I bet some aren't. I mean,
Like, okay, maybe KD's someone who I don't believe is.
like to go after and like
It's a lot of
doing
KD hate.
that are doing like
LeBron is okay.
Methodical.
He is, yes, he is that guy.
Listen, we would never know what LeBron does because he would lie about so many different
Yeah,
things
that's
that we would
true.
just have no idea.
Have you seen that clip of
the chess.
JJ calling him out for lying?
for the YouTube stuff?
Yes.
Yeah.
It is so good. And also I was like, wow, JJ has so much self-confidence to like feel like, no, I can call LeBron out right now on camera.
I've been
have
watching
to.
JJ since he was
You have
at
to.
Duke. That
Yeah.
he's never lacked for
Yeah.
self-confidence.
Yeah. I mean, the LeBron chess thing is so funny.
It's so funny.
because he catches himself in the lie and is like, you could tell he gets afraid that he's going to be asked a chess question.
Yes.
And then he has to like flip it around, flip it
Yeah.
around.
It's
It's like,
very
I
funny.
play chess. And then he starts talking and he realizing like, oh crap, I do not play chess. I don't play chess. And it's like,
It's like, but it's so funny. It's like, I feel like I play chess with how I play basketball.
Also all those pictures of him reading in locker
He's
rooms. and
always
it's
on the first page.
page.
I love it.
I love
It's so funny.
yeah.
Oh man.
So anyways, if he tells this Notes app story later, just know
that. He stole it.
he
Yeah.
stole it from Lou Dort. There's just no way.
It's just so funny because like it's just cool seeing someone who is already good, one of the highest people the highest level at their job,
Mhm.
being like, I want to be better, I have to always be improving, I care about this and this is how I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, without
It's
a
like,
doubt. Without a doubt. It definitely emphasizes that. And it really shows one, and I won't tell the story about it, but he kind of highlights Lou's creativity as a defender within it. And it's really, really good. So shout out to Fred. It's a great story.
Shout out to Fred. If you want to read that though, I would go straight to The Athletic. I wouldn't click any links on Fred's Twitter.
That's
Just-
true.
Just to be safe.
Yeah.
I actually had that direct conversation with Fred. I was like, I don't know about clicking this link that you sent me. All right. Anything else? So the Thunder play tonight. We don't know. I think. Let's see. I would be surprised if Shea played tonight in Indy. He needs to get. The thing is, like, people. There's a maybe. I don't know if I put the Twitter question there or not, but people are asking: Are Shea and J-Dub just going to sit until the playoffs? I don't think so. I don't think that it's that bad where they need to sit, but the priority has to be, if you want to get out of round one, these guys have to be healthy.
Yeah.
100% healthy. I don't know about J-Dub. I think that he's questionable.
Yeah, and I know
Tonight.
it's not up to date. Game time decision is what the ESPN game preview has.
Yeah.
I know it's not maybe mostly up to date, but
Yeah.
they seem. All I care about is how many games do they have until they clinch a top 3 seed, because they still haven't done that. It's basically there. They're 4 games ahead of the Clippers.
And they own the tiebreaker.
And they own the tiebreaker, which means it's basically 5 games. And so
Yeah.
I think it's like one win and 1 loss away.
I just need another graphic that says clinched.
Yeah,
With Mark
exactly.
Degnault making a weird face.
Yeah.
Berth clinched.
Clinched.
berth clinched.
But the Thunder played the Pacers tonight, and they also are still on the road against the Hornets. And then, it's hard because we're getting to the point of the season with a week left where it's like, who's going to be putting guys on the floor, who's not. Like the last game of the season is a Sunday game against the Mavericks. If the Mavericks have 4 or 5, well, I mean, I guess probably 5, but maybe 4 secure. Like, are they going to sit Doncic and
That Clippers one was big last night, to where maybe they are, and they're not out of 6 yet. They're still a game.
yeah, but you know what I'm
only
saying?
game
Like
back.
if they got
If-
to that
yeah, if
point,
they get there.
it's like, and then the Thunder, what's the value of them playing? that last game. If
I would
because you can get a total of what 8, 9,
I would be careful.
7 days of rest.
I would be careful about putting too much weight on this because that corner's kind of coming up. Like what? Put weight on it now.
Oh yeah.
Put weight
Oh,
on
I
it.
see it. Oh yeah.
See what? Look.
Oh,
that-
Jay.
Jay.
Don't break it again.
Not my fault.
Not your
Jay.
fault, but just be aware. I'm watching out for you.
I thought
Thank
Luke
you.
was about to talk about don't put too much weight on
Yeah, I was still sticking with the
on this situation.
don't put too
He
much
wasn't
weight on
listening.
seeds.
He was staring at a
Well,
table.
I was trying to. I'm
No.
trying to prevent catastrophe.
It's a great call out. Oh,
Yeah.
man. My view on it is like get Shea 100%.
Yep.
Mhm.
Because if Shea's
Highest
100%,
priority.
you can win any series.
Yes.
If he's not, if he's played like he has been, if he played like he did against the Knicks, I mean, I think he's averaging like 26 points per game in the last 15 games. If that's how he plays, like you're probably not getting out of round 1.
Isn't that insane that that's the bar now? Is like 26 is not good enough.
Yeah, it's not. It's definitely not.
For this guy specifically, I mean.
Yeah. So I mean they need him to be at his apex. Like you watch Luka right now and Kyrie, like they're at their apex.
Yeah.
Like they're really good. Yep.
What do you guys think about Luka asking opposing players to like do half court shot contest with him before games? Do you think it's kind of a mind game thing, or do you think he's just like, oh no, this is really fun and casual?
I think he's just trying to have fun. I think he's just goofy.
You don't think he's got enough Michael Jordan in him to play those games?
Huh?
Like Michael Jordan
He's
playing-
gambling on it, you mean?
No, because he's not putting
No,
money
mind
on it.
games.
Yeah,
Oh, money.
money.
Actually, both. Yeah.
So Shea is
money and mind
rested.
games.
So his last game, he played the Knicks game, and then he played the Rockets game before that.
Mhm.
So out of the last 10 days, he's only played 1 game. So he's had roughly, 8 days of rest. I bet he sits out tonight. I wonder if they just keep him out of the whole road trip.
Yeah, and then bring
Keep him out
back.
tonight, keep him out against Charlotte, let him kind of play the next 2 or 3 games at home. And then depending on where they are on Sunday,
Yeah,
just
let him play against Sacramento.
Spurs, Sacramento, and then be done.
Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, I mean, it's not like it feels like he's missed so many games, but he's just missed 4 games recently.
And I can't imagine that the Thunder would be a team that would be worried or concerned or trying to navigate what seed they would like. Okay, so our best matchup is blank. So
Yeah.
we have to win this game and lose this game.
No,
and-
no, no,
Yeah,
no,
no
if
way.
you start playing, you're playing with fire because you can't you can only control your
Yourself.
own,
Mhm.
but you
Yeah.
can't control what. I mean, certainly you can't control what others are doing from at the 6th seed because it could be Mavs, Suns, Pelicans, or Kings or Lakers. Honestly, it could be any of those teams. We just don't know.
Because wasn't it? We talked about this recently when we had when the last time we played playoff. We wanted Portland. That's who we wanted. That's who
Yeah.
we matched up.
Oh, the
best
dream
with.
scenario.
Yeah,
Dream
that's it.
scenario, man.
And
It's
it's
exactly
that's
the
down
same.
to dunk war.
and we
Yeah.
can't, and you just can't
Can't play with
get
fire.
ready for it. You've got to be prepared for anyone and be ready to play regardless, because it and that stuff like that, and the Thunder just like
Stuff like that.
gives me nightmares.
Yeah, you don't want the dream scenario. You just I think really all you want is home court advantage, which they're going to have. Then you want your guys to be healthy.
And you want the Pelicans. That's my dream scenario. Calling out this year, the dream scenario is Pelicans first round.
Wow. Now we are definitely losing to the Pelicans.
You know
in
what
round
you
one.
said? If you play with fire, you're gonna get
Burned.
burnt.
Yes.
Burned. All right. You have a Tayshawn's?
Mm-hmm.
John's back to it bigger in John's back to it bigger in
It's very warm. Hey, I'm Tayshawn. This is my Victory Dictory. Today we're gonna be talking about
Jimmy.
pickle chips.
Pickle chips.
Yesterday, I texted the boys because I was eating some pickle chips, and I said, "Do you guys ever get the pickle chips from Trader Joe's?" Shout out to Robbie, my friend, who introduced me to them. And they said no. Jay said it kind of condescendingly, I think. And I said,
Not
I'm
a
going to
pickle
bring
guy.
them to.
I'm not
Well,
a pickle guy either.
I'm a pickle guy.
All right. Well, we're all about to eat a pickle chip and then we're going to rate it.
Okay.
And I'd like to start doing food reviews every week on DAWG, please. I think our listeners would love it. We definitely won't get comments about it. And
Yes.
here you go. Would you like to get your own pickle chip?
What does that mean?
What does that?
This is my own pickle chip.
Well, I just mean like reaching it.
Not you dirty
You
hands.
want him
No.
to hand it to you.
Oh, it doesn't bother me.
There you go.
I got
All
a
right.
giant pickle chip.
And oh,
You
nice.
can see that one from space.
And 3, 2, 1, down the hatch.
3, 2, 1, down the hatch.
It's good.
The good thing about these pickle chips, it does have a little umami flavor.
Yeah, I like them.
It's a good chip.
So, two guys that aren't pickle guys like the pickle chip, right?
Yeah,
What about
It's good.
this one? Is this going to be better or worse?
That's going to be a good one.
Fold it over.
Yeah.
That's
Would you
good.
like another?
No.
Okay, Andrew.
No, I'm good. It's 7:29 a.m.
All right. So let's rate the pickle chip.
So
I
last
feel like
Uh,
an 11 a.m. and up chip.
No, I like to start my day, brush my teeth, get a couple pickle chips.
that
in.
was like one time I went, quote unquote dove hunting, and by that I just like sat there while people dove hunted because I was like, I'm not buying a license and I don't have a shotgun and bullets, rounds.
Mm-hmm. So wait, what? Why are you talking about that?
So they start hunting at like 6 a.m, and I go over to this place and dudes are just popping Coors Lights at 6 a.m. It's like, oh my
jeez.
god, that is a silver bullet in the
Nice.
morning. Oh. So anyway, no, I'm good on not having another pickle chip. But
All right.
my wife last night went to. She does not like pickles either. But
Oh.
last night we went to Costco and she bought, perfect impulse buy is tahine covered peach O's.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
sounds
yeah,
good.
those are good.
No, they were not.
Oh,
No, they were.
Bring 'em.
not.
I thought they were good. Yeah, they're.
Bring
I
'em.
like those,
I'll
like
bring 'em
spicy.
Looks like I'm
spicy
bringing them next
gummies.
week.
Bring them in, dude.
What is tahine?
Tahine is
Like
like
that
a
spice.
yeah, like a spice you put on the rim of a margarita.
Oh,
Mm.
I don't know what it's actually for. Is
I
it
think
just
they
like
put
a
them on mangoes
salt?
sometimes too.
yeah.
Yeah, you could put it on some watermelon.
Yeah, tahine's good, man.
Pretty
like
good.
that.
Hmm.
I'll bring them next week. I got
Big
you.
Tahini weenie.
That's a little bit more of the 7:30 in the morning flavor. Like you're getting
Okay.
closer.
Okay.
I think any food reviews that we do here should be strictly, 1 p.m. and beyond foods.
Yeah, only
Uh,
things you eat either at lunch or dinner.
Wow.
No breakfast.
The
foods.
pickle chip
No more Fritter Nation.
pickle chip
Fritter
on a
Nation.
scale-
Shout out Fritter Nation.
on a scale of 1 to 10.
Mhm.
6.
Like I'd say like a 6, 7.
Yeah, I think I put it there around 7.
Uh-huh. That's
It's pretty good.
I mean,
You can't eat
Have you
too
ever
many
heard-
of them.
Have you heard people say you shouldn't be allowed to rate things a 7? You
Why?
heard that?
no.
No.
It's because it's on the fence. It's like
Okay.
you should
Would you say
either
5 is on the fence?
No, 5 is not good.
5 is bad.
Yeah.
So you're changing the scale. So 5 is actually a 0.
Okay. Think
And
about
Five,
7 is
5
2.
feels like a 0.
Uh-huh.
5 feels like
100%.
so. It's either
So
like do,
8 or-
do you really
8 or
like
3.
it? 8 like a 6 is like it's fine, and 8's like I really do like it. A 7 is like in the middle.
okay.
6
You're
then.
right. I'm
6.
going 8.
Don't rate it.
So I'm
Don't.
going 6.
I would go an 8. I actually do. I actually did like it. I would-
Yeah, but
it's
you have
good.
to think about the fact that you're not going to eat. You eat more than I don't know 2 handfuls, and
Yeah,
your
you
whole-
don't.
your whole
you don't
mouth
sit
is-
there and
your
eat
mouth
the
is
bag of them,
wrecked.
which is
Well, that's
not a
good.
bad thing.
That's kind of good.
Right.
That's why I like salt and vinegar chips because
Ah,
you can't
that's
eat
not
a lot of them.
I'll take salt and vinegar all day
Yeah.
over pickle.
But you can
chips.
only have a few, and then you're
Yeah,
like,
I like salt
I'm good.
Yeah. This kind of the same
talk about
thing.
like something that changed as I aged. Salt and
Salt
vinegar,
and vinegar.
chips.
Yeah.
Salt and
I
vinegar. If,
hate
okay,
'em.
I'll say
old
this:
man game.
If,
Yeah,
if
and they're
salt and
so good
vinegar,
now.
salt and vinegar is an 8, that's a 6. Salt and vinegar is way.
I
up
like
there.
this better than salt
I would-
and vinegar.
I
This has
prefer-
more flavor.
I prefer the jalapeno.
Yeah,
kettle
of
chips.
course. If
Oh,
that's the
yeah.
option,
Those are
that's a 10.
10s. Those
All
are
right.
10s.
Okay, just making sure.
Oh,
on.
dude, this is so stupid. But the best jalapeno chips,
Mm-hmm.
Schlotzsky's.
Is it there?
Really?
Schlotzsky's
Yeah.
branded?
Bra-
Branded
Yeah.
Schlotzsky's
Hmm.
jalapeno chips.
With
The
that-
Really?
best. Yeah,
Wow.
awesome.
Wow.
I'm a big Schlotsky's fan. This
You
guy
are.
over here,
Let
me.
us know in the
This guy over here,
comments
me.
what your favorite jalapeno kettle cooked chip is. You know,
Let us
which
know.
one?
Man, that's engagement.
This is how you get engagement, boys.
I'm trying.
Let us know your favorite pickle
Look
chips.
out for your down to dunk branded jalapeno chips.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome.
Jimmy, I would imagine.
At John's Pet Toy Picker Inventory. At John's Pet Toy Picker Inventory.
It's like an underlying sweetness.
It's not.
There is.
All right, guys, my recommendation for you all for today is to watch WrestleMania this weekend. It's- Andrew, you're gonna come and watch WrestleMania.
You got that right.
Okay,
Is that real?
we got a friend in town. Friends in town,
Yeah.
and I'm having them all over to watch WrestleMania tomorrow, night 1 of 2.
What's the main event?
So the main event, so there's 2 nights. So the main event on Sunday night is the champion, Roman Reigns, against Cody Rhodes.
Okay.
Okay. But Saturday night's main event is Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns and The Rock. And if Roman and The Rock win Saturday night, then Sunday night's match versus Roman and Cody is Bloodline Rules, which is essentially anything goes. And then the people that are friends with Cody also have matches on Saturday, and so you think they're going to be pretty banged up. So I'm going to guess that they win night 1, Rock and Roman. The Rock is back. I don't know if you've seen on his social media. He is proving why he's the best, one of the best of all time. He's operating at a hugely high level. It's very good. Probably the best it's been in 20 years.
Trumpy about this delivery right now.
I'm telling you, it's very good.
He's been hugely good.
He's been so good. But I'm telling you,
Never has anyone ever been.
Never has anyone been this hugely good.
he's been very, very, very good. And you should go to look at his Instagram if you doubt it. You watch it on Peacock.
You
That's-
think Stone
He's literally
Cold?
watching like
You think
that.
Stone Cold's coming back?
Huh?
What?
I think it's very possible that on Sunday night we see Stone Cold Steve Austin come, because I think Seth is going to be hurt. Can't help in this anything goes match.
Stone Cold's his knees are so destroyed.
Yeah, they're wrecked. And then Jey Uso also has a match on Saturday.
No,
He's going to be hurt.
What about
It's-
Sheamus?
Sheamus is hurt. He's not around right
What
now.
about the Miz?
The Miz is in a tag team match, but he's not friends with Cody.
Oh,
He's not a good guy.
Junkyard Dog?
And so, I think who could come back? I think who could come back
Roddy Piper?
because
Rest in peace.
Roman is going to have a bunch of his friends there to beat up Cody. Roman's going to be kind of showboating, beating him up, not trying to win the match, kind of make him pay for, trying to come at the king. And then I think we're going to see Stone Cold and John Cena come to help Cody.
Wow.
And I think we're going to see at the end of Sunday, Cody Rhodes holding up the title that his dad was a wrestler, and it's the title his dad never
Dusty,
won.
man.
Dusty Rhodes.
Wow.
He is, I think Cody
He's
Rhodes
not
is going to
somebody
win
you
it.
would like see and go, oh yeah, that guy's a professional wrestler.
He is a guy that you'd say in 1980, like that guy's a professional
Yeah.
wrestler when they were all big fat guys. Yeah.
Mm.
And so I think Cody's going to win on Sunday, and I think it's going to be dope.
Awesome, man.
I can't wait.
That's
Yeah.
so awesome.
Also,
it's on Peacock,
it's on Peacock. They have all the
right?
all the rights to all their premium live events, so they're all on there.
But
It's-
just for like a normal Peacock rate?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
yeah, it's good.
I'm not gonna pay for that, but
It's good. Well, you get it for 3 months free or whatever when you first sign up.
yeah,
It's
I'm not gonna
worth
watch
checking
that.
out. Well, okay, you can come over. and
Let me
watch
know how
with
it goes though.
I will. It's going to be great. Also, just a match that I think is going to be really good. Kevin Owens versus Randy Orton versus Logan Paul is going to be very good. I
Oh
think.
man.
Logan Paul is a phenomenal pro wrestler.
Of course he is.
He's
He's like made for that.
he's unbelievable how good he is at it. So check that out too. That's my recommendation.
Let's take a quick break. Right after that, we are going to answer some Twitter questions. And we're back after that quick break. I'll say this: there's nothing like a pickled chip and black coffee to start your day.
Oh man, that'll wake you up.
And here's our Twitter questions song.
I'll wake you up and turn you out.
Twitter questions. You've got questions and you ask them on Twitter. Now we answer them for you. This is Twitter questions. Now let's get down to it. All right, our first Twitter question comes from @Patrick Sievert, who says Vecini ranked the Thunder's young core number 3, based on Ant and Wemby being better than Chet or Jubb. But Jubb is more efficient, a better shooter, and better defender. He's an SGA shadow, so the efficiency would probably go down if he was the number 1 guy. How good would BB be if he was a number 1? I think it's asking how good would Jubb be if he was the number 1 guy.
Yeah.
BBB.
Here's the deal: is if
I think he's saying
Vecini,
how-
wherever Vecini ranks him, is right, because he
They kind of rank them.
is so
Did you listen
high.
to the show?
No,
He kind of has them as like
I don't have enough
Timberwolves.
time for podcasts.
Whoa,
man. That's my myth
whoa,
and Pete.
whoa,
I just came back.
whoa.
Timberwolves and Thunder are kind of like neck and neck because Ant's still on his rookie skill. Anyways,
Wow.
continue, Jay.
Triggered.
I just was saying he's so high on this Thunder team,
Mm-hmm.
and so if it's not like he's somebody that's biased against them. Like he is, he loves J-Dub
Mm-hmm.
and Chet, and
Yeah.
he just thinks the Thunder are spectacular. And so
Mm-hmm.
whatever he ranks them, I just say thumbs up.
2 thumbs up.
Yeah, kind of the debate that they were having is they think that Anthony Edwards at his peak can be first team All NBA, and that to them, like, it's probably second team All NBA for a guy like Jubb and Chet. It's like, would you trade 2 second team All NBA guys for a first team All NBA guy, or vice versa?
No.
So
No, because the team that you have, just like that, like I think the thing that what makes Jubb is so good is he's not the number 1 threat that's on the court when, a lot of the time when he's playing, which allows him, he's not being guarded by the best guy, which means he's going to be more efficient.
It's
the beauty of
sure.
Jubb.
I agree with that, but I also think if he was the number 1 guy on the team, I think he would be equally as spectacular.
Yeah.
I think he's efficient by nature. Like because of his specific skills, he's great at getting to the rim. I think his shooting is more and more reliable. I just think that he would be elite and efficient regardless of what role he'd be playing on a team. Now, is it going to be as insane as it has been over the last couple of years where he's shooting at the level of like low post players? Maybe not, but I just think that who he is and how he plays would be the same kind of regardless of whatever that is.
yeah, if he was like the best player on the Wizards or the best player on the Pistons,
Brad Beal.
Yeah.
or I just think like he could run his own team.
Yeah, easily.
And what
And-
he has that opportunity with the Thunder from time to time, and when you see it, it's almost always good. Like if he's in that game against the Sixers, they win the game.
Yeah,
Even without Shea, like you could clearly see that they had nobody that was like, oh, I'll take this and win the game. It's like, all right, pass it around, and throw up a shot.
yeah.
They needed a guy that could just and the 2 best guys on the team, obviously, and some of the best guys actually in the NBA in that moment were both sitting on their bench, So
Yeah.
It's just the best because like we were talking about the Suns and they have a big 3 and the rest of their team is not very good. We have the Thunder and we have the big 3, but the rest of the team is very good because we didn't trade for them and do things like that. We've just done this the right way with, Presti doing it like he said he was going to, just go through the process, get better naturally. And now we have it to where we rock and the rest of the team is good.
We absolutely rock.
And we have
We
a
rock.
bunch of assets to keep rocking.
Rock
Well,
in.
and
Hey,
Cat's
put your hand out.
what Kat said in y'all's Monday podcast, I
Let's
thought was so
rock.
spot
Let's
on.
rock
In
today.
the like, this doesn't happen.
Yeah.
This is unprecedented,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the depth of this team is something that even I don't think it's. I mean, so Andrew, I'll ask that question. You have more of a national kind of perspective. Do you think that the depth of this team is as valued around the league as we value it?
No.
Okay. Do you think it? Do you think it just is purely home bias, or do you think their depth really is that quality?
Some of it is some bias, I would say, because I think everybody kind of likes their guys,
Yeah.
But
Yeah, but you can like him, but that doesn't mean it's good.
yeah, I think the thing the Thunder really lack off the bench is like a clear like go-to score off the bench.
Scorer.
So like the Thunder have like good depth in like role
you-
players, in like Kaysen's really good. Obviously,
So that's what I was
Isaiah
gonna
Joe's
ask.
really
So-
good.
Alex mentioned Trey Mann, which I get it, what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
Don't you think Kaysen next year or the year after could be the guy that if you've lost, J-Dub and Shea are sitting, doesn't Kaysen have that skill set to be able to be the guy that can get his own shot and take guys off the dribble?
Theoretically, but guys don't always develop that way. I don't know. I think it's something that we'll have to see.
It's the other thing that how hard it is to like thread the needle and do what the Thunder's done. Because like you look at the Pistons who are like 2 years ahead of us in their rebuild schedule, got a number 1 pick when we didn't. And we're like in such a better position than that.
Oh yeah,
Just because
the
we can
Pistons are a
run so much
dumpster
better.
fire of their own creation. But yes, I'm really the thing about this team that does give me even more kind of excitement for the playoffs is not only their top end talent, which is special, but like almost every game, I'm like, and I know that benches get shortened, like lineups, rotations, all of this stuff gets shortened in the playoffs, but there's not a game that I watch where I'm like, all right, well, maybe the starters didn't play well, but as soon as the bench unit comes out, like if it's bench unit versus bench unit, almost every single game, I think the Thunder have the advantage, which some of that is homerism. I get all of that, but there's this guy, I trust every single player except for Gordon Hayward that comes off the bench. I trust.
Wow. Gordon Hayward, you don't trust him, huh?
I don't know, man. He has been so blah.
Yeah.
On purpose, which is strange. But like Aaron Wiggins,
You think he's
trust
just
him. And I
depressed?
think he's somebody that is valued league wide. Kenrich, valued league wide.
Yeah. I mean, as like role players.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that's really the only thing that they're missing off the bench is just like somebody that's going to come in like that they're going to give you 15 points per game. The Thunder do that by committee. It could be one guy. It could be Isaiah Joe one night. It could be Casey Wallace one night. It could be
So who is that across the league? Like Bobby Portis for the Bucks?
Bobby Portis. Malik Monk is like
Malik
a big
Monk
one.
is the guy.
Mhm.
So it's everybody that's in the running for 6th man of the year.
Mhm. Yeah, like Casey Wallace in high school, his senior year averaged 19 points per game. At Kentucky, he was 11 points per game. Like
Yeah,
I just don't know that
yeah.
it's fair to expect him to be like some like great scorer at the NBA level.
Yeah, I just think and for sure. And he's not being asked to do that, but I'm just wondering, what does his development look like? Because we forget he's just a rookie. He's
Yeah.
20-year-old rookie?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's young.
This is why we shouldn't have traded Poku. Who can get a bucket?
Poku.
Poku.
Go get
That's
you
what we
buckets.
call them. We call them bucket.
But
bucket
they
head.
don't really even necessarily need this.
No.
They don't necessarily need like a score off the bench. I'm not saying that's what they need.
No.
I'm just saying like when we were talking about the depth, my voice is like
You got a
Yeah.
frog. You got a frog in there, man.
got a frog.
Who let the frogs out?
Ribbit, 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 ribbit.
Anyways, Nas Reed's another one. He's like great scorer off the bench. He takes 7 threes per game.
Yeah, but he's I
I want to like punch your chest to get it
Oh,
out
hey.
of you.
Go ahead.
Not to hurt you, but to get it out
It's
of
just
you.
it's for your own good. Hey, oh,
there we go. That was a deep one.
All right. Well, our next Twitter
better.
question actually deals with this. It comes from @Evans Tanya 86, who says, all season we've been talking about drafting a backup big. But with Jay Will's continual improvement and the lack of shot creation without Shea and Jubb, Should we draft a guard that can bring some scoring punch off the bench instead? Is that what we need?
It's a great question.
Or is that somebody you could get for, I mean, the Thunder aren't a free agent destination, but could you be a free agent destination for a guy like that?
Unlikely. And also the guys that score the points get the money.
Yeah.
So like, do you really want to
To
pay
spend too much money
a
on somebody?
premium for somebody like that? Or would a guy like Ron Holland drop to you in the draft? Who's played for the G League Ignite. He's hurt, so like there's nothing to watch right now. But
You also don't know what with the G League Ignite, like
it's I don't know. Typically, the kinds of players that go to the G League Ignite are not Thunder players. So I kind of say no to that. Or like, and I don't think the Thunder would necessarily draft this guy, but a guy like Dalton Connect from Tennessee, who's like a bucket getter, 6'6", can really shoot the rock. You know, somebody like that, or Jared McCain has had a pretty good year at Duke, but he's a 6'3" guard, not necessarily like some crazy scorer. I don't know. He doesn't really profile as a Thundery guy to me. There's not really very many good players in this draft. So I don't know. I don't know if that kind of guy is available. Holland is like the guy that profiles as that kind of player. And he can defend, and he's 6'8". I mean, to me, that would be the kind of guy I would take a swing on and just see if it works out. Because honestly, like the Thunder are not depending on this 12th pick to become like a huge rotation player for them. But you have the opportunity now, because I think you do feel good about your depth and your rotations and everything, and these guys just kind of growing and getting better, that you have the opportunity to take a swing in the draft at 12 with somebody that could be a bust, but could also be like a starting level player. So I to me, that's kind of the direction I would go. Is you either try to draft somebody that's ready now, or you just try to swing for the fences. And if it were me, I just swing for the fences and just see if you can get somebody. So that's why, and even Jacoby Walter might be somebody like that out of Baylor, but the guy passed the ball like 4 times all year. So I don't think like necessarily that's the kind of guy.
I would love if that was an actual stat. He literally only passed the ball 4 times.
He just, I don't know. He's not you watch him for like half a game and you just think there's no way he could play on the Thunder. But I think Holland is actually a pretty good passer.
So
And
I
is
like
big.
that because I like his name, Ron Holland.
Yeah.
He sounds like he was like a mid-level star in the 80s in the NBA.
Yeah. It is a good name.
Hey guys, let's move over to our next Twitter question. It comes from @DudeBuffet, who wants to know, how long have you guys been friends? Long time.
Since before birth for most of us.
Me and Andrew met in 6th grade,
6th grade.
and we
Yep.
became friends in 6th grade. And then the summer after 6th grade, we went to a church camp,
Mm-hmm.
disciple camp,
Mm-hmm.
and our group high school leader
Mm-hmm.
was Jay.
Was Jay. Yep.
And then later on, Jay, when he was working at,
It was maybe the most
it was a stacked
fun
group.
I've ever
It was
had
a stacked
at camp.
group.
It was very fun.
The
Like
group we
7
had
of
was
Andrew's cousins were in the
Yes.
same cabin,
Yep.
it was fun.
and your uncle.
And my
Uh-huh.
uncle.
Uh-huh.
Shout out Preston.
It the group that we had was good. And because it was said me and Andrew and one of Andrew's cousins, maybe another cousin. And then really, I mean, was a lot of fun. And then I'm sure there were other people, but that's not who I remember because we were having so much fun. And it was, doing like,
Do you
ropes.
remember the 2 girls in our group
Yeah.
that y'all just
Mhm.
constantly flirted with?
I don't necessarily remember them.
Yeah,
I remember that
dude.
there were 2 of them,
Yeah. Mhm.
but I don't like remember them. But doing like ropes courses and stuff like that. It was
Yeah, man.
We were also in the same cabin.
yes,
In
we
the
were.
same cabin.
Elliot,
Yep.
Jake, Joey.
And
Yeah.
no sleeping.
No.
Yep.
Joey Joey and I think Elliot were actually not in our cabin, but would come and were hung out.
I thought they were
all
in
the
our cabin,
time.
but not in our small group.
I don't think they were in our cabin.
I think that yes, I think Jay's right.
Oh, really? Maybe. I don't know.
I was older. I was,
But it was
17.
fun.
Yeah.
And it was fun. And then years later, when Jay was a youth minister at Church of the Servant, Taylor was in the high school.
Yeah,
but-
people
Yeah,
ask
Taylor
me,
since 08.
is it
So how I first became
So 16 years.
But-
no. Yeah. What?
No.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
was
half my
talking.
life.
I think
Yeah, that's right.
so. Your freshman year, Mitch Narney would have been a
senior.
and I remember I would come back and hang out with Mitch, and he was like,
You gotta meet
dude,
this
you
psychopath
have
named
to
Taylor
meet this
Dickerson."
freshman. His name's Taylor. He's hilarious. You'll like him a lot. And then we hung out, and that's how I met you.
That's where I met you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you
This-
Alyssa Hinkey's house maybe one time?
I don't know.
My favorite part is how in the
I
world
would've been around
did
with
we
Shoppa.
convince Andrew, who didn't really know you, to be okay with you coming on.
I
the
was
podcast?
Taylor's.
No,
I was Taylor's
Andrew
counselor at camp one year.
Oh, yes.
Me
Yeah.
and Andrew met somewhere. I can't remember how we met, but you were my
At Day Spring.
counselor at a day spring.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And
Yeah.
then is that where we met? I
think
feel like we
I
kinda
feel
knew
like
each other.
we knew each other before then, but
Yeah.
we
Andrew and I
Yeah.
reconnected. Do you remember this? We were at Norman North.
Yeah.
You were taking
Yeah.
the state test for administration, school
Uh-huh.
administration. I was
Uh-huh.
taking one of the tests to become alternatively certified.
To
Yeah.
get out of your probation.
I was like,
For my probation.
I was like, what are you doing here?
Yeah. And I was like, don't tell anybody.
Yeah, don't tell anybody.
But
Yeah, I
I'm
remember.
trying to figure out what's next for me. And I thought I was
Yep.
going to go be a teacher and coach. But
Yep.
anyway, different plans.
Yep.
So basically, through
Church.
Methodist, like summer camps and stuff. Like
I mean,
that.
yeah, that was the
really,
starting
it
point.
is. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so
Look at us.
and it's been a long time.
Look at us.
It has been. I mean, that was 1999.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was 1999. That's a long time ago.
Yeah. That's
Uh,
crazy.
Yeah,
25 years this summer.
during the Clinton presidency.
We probably should do something this summer for our 25
Nah.
year
Wow.
friend
25.
anniversary.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
We really
That's a
should.
long time.
Maybe just go to a Thunder World Champion parade.
That's
right.
That's
Sounds like
right. Hey, our next Twitter question comes from at Jess2437, who wants to know, do you think J-Dub is healing us? I feel that him wearing old school Thunder shirts with Russ and KD on them is helping us warm up to KD again.
I don't know if that's how you guys. I mean, maybe that's how some people feel.
I missed the question.
Do you think J-Dub is healing us by wearing old school Thunder shirts with Russ and KD on them, helping us warm up to KD again?
I'm over the KD hate, so whatever, man. It's been 8 years, man.
People booed him. People booed him
I
whenever
don't
he got
get
the
it.
ball.
I mean,
That
I
was
get it, but I
weird.
don't
Dude,
get
I
it.
I
totally
thought that
get it.
was weird.
No, it's not weird. It's not
Still
weird at all.
booing KD?
Why is that weird?
Ooh,
It-
pod beef.
It's been like 4 teams.
Guys,
Here's the thing.
listen.
Here's the thing. We don't have any other national teams. We don't have any other pro sports. This is the one thing we got. And so we're gonna hold on to the beefs until the beefs are healed fully.
Listen,
Is your beef healed? Is your beef healed?
listen.
Is your beef healed?
dude? Shh.
Answer the question.
Just listen.
Is your beef
The
healed?
reason people boo is because they cared. Because they cared so much about that era.
Did you care?
Yes, of course.
Is your beef healed?
We all cared.
Is your beef healed?
Stop asking me that.
Answer the question. Why won't you answer the question?
Because I'm trying to talk.
My beef is not healed.
Listen,
I think the beef is healed.
I think it's perfectly fine to continue to boo him. One, it was one of the worst decisions to make. Leaving that team.
Are we
for
going
the,
back through this?
I'm just saying, it's okay to boo and for oh, you guys haven't found healing yet. Oh, like no, like it's okay to boo him. It's okay to boo him because he made a decision that affected the franchise to its core, and all it's saying is I still care about that era of Thunder basketball, and like I can't like that era meant a lot to me, and you ruined it. Boo.
Let me devil's advocate you. Is there a chance that Katie's leaving ultimately was a blessing?
yes, there we go.
Because
Perspective.
should we, instead of booing him, cheer him? Because if it wasn't for him leaving, we would not be where we are with this current iteration.
Yeah, we might
of the
have
Thunder
2
Dome.
titles.
That's how we should treat
But we might
life,
have-
Andrew.
4 titles with this current iteration.
So here's the thing: all of the people on the team now should leave because then in the future we could get 8. But then
Yeah,
we should
why don't we
wait.
trade?
But
Why
then
don't
we
we
should-
let guys walk so that it could be even
Yeah.
better than this? I
Heal your
don't buy
freaking
that.
beefs, man.
Dude, I'm just saying.
You're
Al Horford was ready to walk through that door.
that beef is so rotted and stinky.
You haven't found your healing yet.
Heal your beef.
I'm
People.
just saying it's okay. I think a majority of Thunder fans, obviously, that go to games still do not like him. And it's okay to not like him. And it's not like they're like holding on to like this crazy grudge.
I think
It's just like they show up, they see the guy, and they're like, hey, boo that man.
boo that man.
Boo that
Here's
man.
what I also say. I'm not a boo guy. I don't boo people. I
What?
boo refs. Like bad calls, I'll boo a ref.
I feel like I've heard you boo.
Yeah, you boo.
boo a
man.
ref.
Yeah, you boo.
But I won't boo a person.
The ref is a person, my friend.
No, the call.
Oh, why are you
Oh my
dehumanizing
gosh.
You just dehumanized him.
No, I boo a call.
Heal your
I
heart.
boo a call.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
That's not what you
I do.
said.
I boo a call.
That's not what you said.
You
Yeah.
said a ref is not a person.
Anyways,
heal your beef.
continue to boo Kevin, guys.
Yeah.
I mean,
Do
for
what
real.
honestly
feels
do
good.
whatever you want to do.
Actually, no, don't
Okay.
boo
No.
him. Boo him.
Do what feels good.
Don't comment.
You're saying
boo
Did
him.
you boo him?
I mean, I did not.
From press row.
You're like down on the court that night too.
No.
Who was a
I'm
player
I'm
I've
just
ever
saying,
booed in my life?
all it shows is that we
I booed
that Kevin-
Kevin. Here, I did boo Kevin.
Yeah.
So I was at the first Warriors game back.
yeah,
Yeah.
the cupcake game.
Yep. No, I wasn't at that game. I was at the first Warriors game at home when Melo and PG were on the team,
Oh yeah,
which was
yeah, that was
one of
great.
the best
and they
games.
killed them.
And they killed them.
Yeah.
And I booed Kevin that day.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
Dude,
There you go. It felt good.
Never mind, I'm back, baby.
Right, it felt good.
I just think this is pro sports too.
Yeah.
It's not like this is because some people like want to equate it to like this like relationship. It's a relationship that we felt like we had, but never really actually existed. It's like this. There's like these weird relationships that exist between fans.
Parasocial.
Yeah, it's these parasocial relationships. Dude, just boo. It's totally fine. He definitely ruined something great.
He did.
And I think he ruined it great
My
even in that
vacation.
even in that game even in that game
Not
6.
4th of July.
I think he had one foot out the door. Like just before I believe if Kevin was fully committed that they win the 2016 title.
Yeah.
He wasn't fully committed. Boo that man.
Boom.
Boo that
Because he
man.
had there was an opportunity for there to be multiple championships already here
True.
now.
I know.
and
I was here. I was podcasting.
I'm
We
just
had
saying.
we had a live pod at Anchor Down like shortly thereafter,
I know.
and it was depressing.
And people booed Anthony Slater because they knew he was going to
Slater was so good on Slam and Jam.
to Golden State. He was
Yeah, he
He
was.
was a very good
He
sport.
was so good.
Get ready because Josh Robbins returned to Slam and Jam.
Oh, did you already
we
record it?
recorded
baby.
yesterday.
Oh god,
and it is
He's so funny.
we went 53 minutes with him.
He is so
With- oh,
just on
just
one
that
question.
segment?
with just him.
he's so funny.
I'm
you're
gonna-
giving the people what they want.
Yeah.
and some people what they hate. So
God.
No,
But
I don't think. Does anyone actually
I
hate,
don't think
yeah.
hate him?
No, I don't think they.
No.
No, but I
guys,
think
there's there's not one thing that there is like unanimous
Yeah, you're
support
right.
or
All right.
And that's the thing when
Disdain for
when
it.
something is good, people are going to love and hate it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
When something
Like
is
Josh
good.
that's
Robbins.
true.
Like Luke.
That is true. When
the same
something's-
thing. Yeah, it's like
when some-
FriPod. Some
yeah,
people, it's
like-
their favorite version of the
Yeah,
Down to Dunk.
true.
For,
If
for
something
some
is,
people, they hate us.
if something is universally loved, then it's not great.
It's true.
Oh,
I think
man.
I actually think that's correct.
That is true.
Guys, are you miffed and are you peeved?
Miffed and peeved.
I'm great. I'm going to start and say I'm grateful and blessed
Oh,
because
so
you
glad to
know
hear that.
because you know why.
because WrestleMania.
Well, one, WrestleMania is coming up, and I'm a big fan. But two, remember, like it was kind of around that like Thunder, like 2013, 2014. It's when people would wear shirts that said like
Teeny.
Like
like
13.
13. When people would wear shirts that just said like kind of party rock anthem type shirts that would just say like "party with sluts" and all big like in big shirts. You know that kind of shirt.
No idea.
Anyway, okay. Well,
My answer is no.
We'll see if you remember this.
My answer is no.
See if you remember this. It would say like the shirts, the Thunder shirts that said "Thunder the F up."
Yeah.
Okay.
All
Yeah,
capital
yeah.
letters.
Way more
all
than-
capital letter shirts.
I remember that one more than the
Okay.
first one.
Well, that was a shirt too.
Make
anyway.
7 up yours.
Yes. So I remember going to games and like seeing people wearing like Thunder the F up where it says the F word.
Yeah.
And I'm
yeah,
looking at it,
yeah.
it's like, that's really not what I want the Thunder to be. And like go to shirts where like little kids are there and seeing shirts.
Yeah.
And so I'm grateful and blessed that now we are making shirts that people are wearing to games that like, if anyone sees like no shirts, like I'd be fine with a kid wearing that shirt.
Yeah, definitely.
Like little kids wearing that shirts, our fans wearing that shirts. And like, I just like it that we're making stuff that like is
Family friendly.
family friendly. That is in like,
Just
that
to also be clear to everybody, we didn't make those.
no, we did not make those shirts. No, but I'm glad that those aren't, that's
not
not
the party with slut shirts. That definitely wasn't us either.
well, I'm glad that, so I'm
We didn't
glad
do
that
it.
that is
Down
like,
to dust original.
yeah, I'm glad that those are like what the team is like now, and that kind of thing is not there anymore.
Yeah.
It's like, and so I'm grateful and blessed for that
I'm
because
a little shocked that the L-Man's the old moral compass on this one.
just, you know,
Yeah, I've been pushing to bring those shirts back this whole time.
under the F up. Yes.
That was a very niche Thunder fandom.
It was just it
The
was.
pink parrot guy.
That
Yes.
is
The
literally
pink-
what I'm thinking of.
The pink parrot guy
Game
was
the other day. I could
He's
hear
still
him
there.
across the
I
arena
know.
screaming at the ref.
Insane.
yeah,
Insane. Also giant.
Yeah.
Like, have you ever
Yeah.
seen him in person?
yeah,
He's like 6'10".
yeah. He was going crazy in that game.
Do you remember? Yes.
Yes.
Insane.
That was a national TV game.
Yeah, and you were right there.
I was
and
right
you were like-
there. I was.
he was
It was
talking
at-
to him like,
The
And
officials were, and they were making fun of him so much
oh, I love that.
I love that.
because I was standing right there, and he was making fun of him so much. I'm also G and B'd. I had a tree taken down in my backyard a while back, and I needed to just kind of split the logs a little bit more, and so I needed a chainsaw. And so my friend Mike loaned me a chainsaw. It stopped working yesterday, and I don't really know why. And I called him, told him about it, and he's like, "Okay." He's like, "I'll come get it later." And when he came to get it, he brought me another chainsaw, and he rented this chainsaw.
Wow.
I was like, "You didn't have to do that." He's like, "Well," he'd be like, "It's like me loaning you my car, and then my car breaks down." He's
Yeah,
like,
you know
need
what
to
I
bring
wouldn't do is
something else."
rent you another car.
He would.
He obviously Mike would.
man.
Mike
You know what you
would.
need now? It's gonna be great. Even if you don't are the one to do it when you get it done, stump grinding. Ooh. When you get the stump grinder out,
Have you done that before?
I've been there with someone who does. It's
Yeah, that's
awesome.
something I outsource.
Yeah, but when you watch it,
I
it's
also
awesome.
outsource for moving trees. It's too tall.
Also,
It's
there's
too
Yeah.
tall.
Yeah.
there's two types of people in the world. One, that guy who loaned you a chainsaw.
Uh-huh.
He thought to himself, "Oh no, I feel so bad. I loaned him a chainsaw that then didn't work. I'm gonna rent him another one."
Yeah.
The other type of person is they loan you the chainsaw, it doesn't work, and they're like, "What'd you do to my chainsaw?"
What'd you do to my chainsaw?
Well, you broke my
Yeah.
chainsaw.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
That's
I need you to buy me a new one.
yeah.
Yeah. I need you to
What was wrong with
fix
it?
this.
Did you figure it out?
I don't know. I don't know. I think it had something to do with the way the carburetor was. Like the carburetor needed
That's
adjusted.
so funny. I was about to say carburetor,
But like
because
I'm,
that's the only word I know.
but I watched many YouTube videos about it and did not feel confident enough to take this guy's chainsaw apart and then like truly break it probably. So if it was my own, I would have done it.
And then
but
just hand them back like just
all these
17
pieces.
I always
Here.
have issues with the chain. The chain gets a little loose, then you have to tighten it up. You got to do all that crap. I've got one at the house, but it's more
Yeah.
like on a pole one.
Oh, yeah.
Those are awesome.
Yeah, those rule.
Well, that's cool.
Those rock.
Those do rock.
All right,
Man.
Kings.
So the Thunder play in Indiana tonight in Charlotte, and they're back 4 games at home to end the season. And then
Wow.
we will have good thing. They
So
have a
it's-
week off.
Kings, San Antonio, Dallas, and the Bucks.
Yep, but flip Dallas and the Bucks. Bucks next Friday. and then Dallas.
Okay, so
Sunday.
Kings, Spurs, Bucks, Mavs
Also, shout out to Nick Gallo for being on our show.
being the best.
Hey, I'm also miffed and
That's
peeved.
not Nick Gallo.
Huh?
You can't.
I'm also
say
miffed.
that.
I'm
Oh,
also
yeah.
I'm also
is.
miffed and peeved.
We have talked about it.
Guys, my parents are moving,
Yeah.
and so stuff that I was keeping in their attic that they were keeping for me, I now have at my house, and I don't have enough room for it.
Time to sell it.
I'm-
Anything we want?
If you like Ninja Turtle action figures, Marvel action figures, Star
Yeah.
Wars action figures, I have.
Yeah, man.
I have way too much of it. I'm about.
That's
to put
why
it
you
on.
ask for somebody that sells stuff on eBay.
Yeah, I'm about to put it all on eBay myself. Yeah.
For a percentage, I'll hook you up, man.
Well, here's the thing that sucks. So you get a percentage, and the person that you hook me up with also gets a percentage. That means I get a lot less money.
No, I'm
Mhm.
saying I'm the one that sells it for you.
Do you sell it?
No,
But he will.
but I will for money.
I know, but
I'll
I want all.
figure it
But
out.
I want all the money.
I'm sure there's a.
But this is what's going to
AI
happen:
or
is it's
something.
going to take over my home for the next 2 to 3 weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no,
Put it in your guest room.
girlfriend is not gonna like that.
I'm not going to like
Just
that.
put it in your guest room.
Yeah, these
wall to wall.
are old.
Or you could just hang them back up like you had in your room.
Hell yeah!
Whenever I knew you in the 6th grade, and you had them hanging with little
It was
little
fish-
strings,
This fishing line.
fishing line.
So
Yeah,
you had a bunch of them still in the package.
Yeah, I did. I have
a lot in the package, but he had like an entire like
It was the Marvel stuff.
Marvel
I had.
guys
I had up
hanging
on the
up in a
wall.
corner of his bedroom
It was
from
gut.
the ceiling
It was tight.
in like action poses.
Uh-huh.
That's so cool.
It was
No, it's cool, Jay.
All right, yeah,
It
it's
was cool.
just, I'm just jealous.
well. Every time
That's
that
what
there
it
was every time there was a church event, you'd come back and look at it.
I did.
So you thought
I
it was
know,
kind of cool.
I know.
Yep.
But I'm gonna be making. I mean, up to at least, or up to at most $200.
You should send some of that on Twitter. See what people want, man.
Nah, people don't. People don't. I mean, I don't think people want it.
Nah,
People want it.
Well,
You'd be shocked.
and the place I'm really not wanting to go is Facebook Marketplace.
No, don't
It's
do
like
that. That's
it's
a
like
nightmare.
having a job.
Yeah.
Selling anything on there,
Yeah. So we
and you
we had to do some stuff because my wife's grandmother
My wife
passed
sells
away.
Sales it.
My grandmother
Her
passed
grandmother
away.
passed away.
Oh no.
So
sorry.
her grandfather collected a bunch of coins. It's like buffalo nickels and
Wow.
wheat pennies and all these different
Oh
things.
man.
It's really cool,
Yeah.
except for like you have to sort through them to see if any of them
Yeah,
It's
are
all
what's
actually
worth
worth
something,
something.
what's not, because some of them aren't worth anything
You
at
know,
all.
you know how my
Yeah.
all of them are around worth. So if it's a buffalo nickel, all of them are worth roughly 5 cents.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah.
Ar-
all
Arch-
these pennies worth a penny.
Archie found this like really cool old penny, and I looked it up, and he's like, "What is this thing worth?" Like he's like on his edge of his seat. I'm like, "It's worth 90 cents."
Yes.
What?
Yeah, not
Yeah.
worth even selling it.
yeah. So what?
Wait, 1 penny's worth 90 cents?
Yeah,
How many of those pennies do you think he could find? That's a pretty good
maybe like
margin there.
3.
What my dad used to collect coins, and what he did instead of having this big coin thing, and we did the same thing with comic books. He sold all the coins and bought one coin with all the money he made from it, and sold all the comic books and bought one comic book from all the money he made for selling all of them. And so, should I do that with this? I don't know.
Wait. To then sell the
No,
big coin
no,
for
just
more?
to have like
keep,
something
to have
valuable.
one to keep.
Have one valuable.
Yeah, we
thing.
got an X-Men #1, baby. We got Avengers #1, baby.
That's pretty good.
We got 2 comics.
Luke's just giving hand signals. Just
It's my favorite thing.
He was literally talking like this earlier too. So like
I know.
like a
he's like
politician.
running for president.
Cody Rhodes is gonna win WrestleMania.
I want to know who.
That's gonna rock.
I want to know who followed
It's gonna
that
rock.
Because
whole line of thinking.
All right, you guys got anything else?
Nah, it's
Listen,
supposed to be a beautiful day today, man.
it's gonna be.
it's gonna get up to
Listen.
81.
We literally have one more FriPod,
Dang.
What?
and then the next FriPod after that, we will be previewing the
Can I-
playoffs.
I thought you tell us we were done.
I won't be out of town for the preview.
Are you
pod.
serious?
Where are you gonna be?
I'm going to San Antonio and Fredericksburg with.
Oh,
my
San Antonio?
mom.
Do you go into the Alamo?
No, we're going to see Nate Bargatze down
Oh.
at the some.
That's
venue
not the
down
guy-
there.
You know he comes here.
I can't believe.
So,
you're gonna
yes,
be
he
gone.
does.
Don't touch me right now, dude. We have beef, dude.
What?
What just happened?
Dude, heal the beef, man.
Hail the beef.
Dude.
So anyway, so we're going out of town.
He's not the
and
one who looks
I'm
like
gonna
you.
miss the pod. I don't think so.
Isn't that John Christ?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, he
but
looks
John
like
Chris looks like me if I was on Ozempic.
Anyways, we'll be previewing the playoffs very soon. It's going to be very exciting.
Jay, I don't like when you talk about yourself like that. I'll be honest.
I'm big.
I will put together.
What do you? Oh, am I slender?
I will also put together a mega playoff preview.
Can I join?
as
Can I
well.
join you somewhere else? Can
Yeah,
I join you with another podcast?
I will let you.
Not with
be-
Alex because he doesn't like me, but with Mikey.
I think you're.
I will let you be
Perfect.
on. I'm going to make a mega playoff preview show, and
I'll jump
I
on and
will
just
have
scream.
you. I will have you.
Ah!
do that one. If they
Alex
stay in,
doesn't like you.
if they stay in
He
third,
does. He does. I think like me mostly.
if they stay in third, we'll know who they're
I just want
playing
him to like me.
next time.
want him to like you
I
so
just
bad.
don't like the way you're talking about yourself.
Jay, you're down.
I'm very confident in myself, guys.
Yeah.
Say three good things about yourself right
Yeah,
now.
thank you.
He's uncomfortable. He can't
I am
do it.
uncomfortable.
And then just
I hate
one.
this so
Do you want
much.
us to say nice things
Yeah.
about
No,
you?
Here's one.
that's even worse. I will.
You got good
leave.
hair.
All right, let's do it. You
You
have
got
great
good hair. Yeah.
Thanks,
Great
guys.
hair.
You've got you're a good man.
Thanks.
You're funny.
Thank you.
You're
Uh-huh.
a good
Yeah.
speaker.
We just hit the exit music.
You're a good speaker.
All right. I
You're a
don't need.
good
I
leader.
really don't need this. I appreciate this so much. I feel good about.
See, he
myself.
doesn't like it. He doesn't like it.
I
Do more.
I do not like this.
Uh-huh.
Please stop.
You got big hands.
I do have big
Strong
hands.
hands.
You know what that means?
Just strong.
Strong
You're
hands.
strong.
Take my strong hand. All right. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll talk to you guys again
I don't wanna be
on
here anymore.
Monday.